Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode we began the production. Well, we began building out the area that we're going to need to produce radars. Particularly radar Mark 5s that we need for our satellite payloads. And so primarily it was just building all of the loading areas over here. And then bringing in all the trains that are going to be needed for that. And so all the materials are now here and ready to go. We just need to build or lay out all of the assembly machines and get all of the materials routed where they need to be. And then, yeah, it should work. Alright, so I am just now manufacturing all of the assembly machines we're going to need to get all of this laid out. So this should be relatively simple and straightforward. Because it's, we're going to need gear wheels of all types manufactured. And then we're going to need to manufacture bearings of all types. So, that is going to be fairly straightforward. And so what it's probably going to be is that we're going to just make the iron gear wheels. That's going to be fairly simple. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is to break these things down into their plates. Well, that's not going to be a problem, I don't think. Excuse me. So I will need another, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And this shouldn't really need to be any more complicated. Then this. No, those aren't coils. Okay. Alright, so you're making iron plate. You're making steel plate, you're making aluminum plate, you're making titanium plate. There you go. And for good measure here, all the modules. There we go. Alright, so I guess we'll do iron first. I guess I'll do everything up here. See, we only really need the iron to go, well, 2 places. 32.4 per second in total. So it only needs to be 1 belt. 7.4 per second, and you're going to take 25. Yep. Okay, so that's iron plate. What are the brass gear wheels needed for? Needed for this one. Okay. Actually, what I'll do is I'll bring those, this brass through on this line. Hopefully that'll work. Alright, and then we'll have steel. Come through there. Aluminum. There, and titanium. And are there any other metals? Nitinol, yes. Okay. Primarily, we're just going to deal with the metals for the moment. To make the gear wheels and the bearings. There we go. Okay, so that'll go in that direction. That'll go that way. That'll go that way as well. Steel will come up this way. Iron. Let's see, you can get past that. And the only thing the brass is being used for is the gear wheels, right? Yes. The only thing the brass is being used for is the gear wheels. So, I might as well just go ahead and have some brass gear wheels manufactured here. Which are going to be there. And we're not using speed here, we're using productivity modules. Which I did grab a few of. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buffer these in... I think I'm just going to use a titanium chest. There you go. And how many does it produce? 12.5 per second. Yeah, that was about right. Okay, so for iron plate, the only thing we're going to need to use the iron plate for, well, for this, is going to be gear wheels. But it's also going to need to feed the actual radar Mark 1s as well. So I'm trying to decide how I want to handle that. Do I want to use a splitter and a loader? Or just use an inserter? Because it's going to be, what, 7.4 per second, which a loader should be able to handle no problem. And the rest of this... will just continue on to the actual manufacturing of the radar. So that'll go off somewhere else. Oh my. Alright, so now steel. And again, the steel is going to be used, the actual plates are going to be used in the radars themselves. So, what I am going to do here is split. Put that underground. And then we're going to need... Well, actually, no, that's not going to go in that direction. That's just going to continue on in this direction. Go underground. There. Alright, so you're going to be steel gear wheels. Steel gear wheels. It is going to need 3.7 per second plates. Which, inserters, again, no problem. Again, sorry about that. Okay. And then we're going to need... No, that isn't going to work. Let's see, steel bearing balls, and steel bearings. Steel bearing balls, steel bearings. So there we go, and then we're going to need that and that. And then this line can come through there. And again, all this gets productivity modules on there. Steer gears, and then steel bearings. And so that's going to work at a rate of how much? 12.5 per second? 29.5. I should probably do... Just do all the inserters. There you go. And actually that's producing way more than 12.5 per second. Alright. So we've already got the brass, right? We've already got the brass. The aluminum is not being used for gears or anything else, really. So the next thing that is gear wheels and bearings are going to be titanium. Alright, so titanium gear wheels, titanium bearing balls, and titanium bearings. Let's see, titanium gear wheel, titanium bearing ball, and titanium bearing. Titanium bearing is going to need a lubricant input. Alright. Put a splitter on there. And what are the rates that we're looking at here? 0.8, 1.9, and 3.7 per second of plates, which can be handled by inserters. And no, that's going to actually have to go around the other way, because I'm doing my triple inserters there. There we go. Needs power. I can go there for now. And you all need your modules, modules, modules. Alright, so lubricant is now needed. Alright, so which of these is it going to be? I think it's this one. There we go. All right. Good. This might have to move. That probably is going to have to move. I will drop it. I'll drop it there. Okay. So next is going to be nitinol. Same deal. Gear wheels and the bearings. So we're going to be doing nitinol gear wheels, which are U, nitinol bearing balls, and nitinol bearings. There we go. And put all these into boxes. Wrong box. There we are. So that's all the parts we need. Okay. We actually may be turning some of these north here. Alright, so for the radars, we need the iron gear wheels, some iron plate, and some basic circuit boards. So let's see, if I started these along this line here. See if I put it there. So this is going to be our Mark 1 radars. Alright, so iron gear wheels. Iron plates. And then these guys. That is wrong. That is not where I want to do that. Okay. Okay. It's going to be somewhat complicated, but probably not really. It's a matter of finding the way to there. There we go. And you're not getting any modules. Okay, no problem. I think I may want to actually... Ooh. I'm carrying some stuff in here I shouldn't. I actually want to move this a little bit further north, because it is going to need some room. For the belts to kind of get where they need to go. I guess I'll just go ahead and store all that stuff I just picked up. Not sure where all those radars went. There they are. Okay. So then the next is going to be the Mark IIs. Steel gear wheel. And a steel plate. So actually, yeah, that can go right about there. Because this isn't actually using the steel bearings. So you're making the Mark IIs, which the Mark IIs need the Mark Is. And it needs steel plate. Okay, steel plate goes through there. And then we need basic electronic boards, which are you guys. Get the right belt. There you go. Alright, so where is this coming through? It's coming through there? It'll work for the moment. Okay. So those are the Mark IIs. Done. Alright, Mark IIIs. How many inputs do we have for Mark IIIs? We have an extra one. So actually what I might do here is separate this a little bit. Mark IIIs. And so you're going to need 1, 2, 3, and then a fourth. There. Okay, so this will be the brass gear wheels up there. Brass gear wheels. Let's see. Steel bearings. Steel bearings. Aluminum plate. Except these are all in the wrong, all in the way here. What's the rate at which we need aluminum plate? 25 per second. Okay. This should work. if I use purple belts instead. The purple belt should be able to handle, I think it's 40 per second. So that will do. What's the rate at which we're going to need electronic circuit boards? 12.5. Alright. That shouldn't be a problem either. Where's my surface belts? There they are. And here's going to be the same deal. We're going to do purple undergrounds to get past that. Alright, there's the Mark 3s. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here for the Mark 4s. There we are. Because Mark 4s are going to need the same deal. 3 inputs, well, 4 additional inputs. Let's see, this is what? Titanium gear wheels? Titanium gear wheels? Titanium bearings. Titanium bearings. All right. Titanium plate. Okay, and electronic logic boards. And I probably will have to end the episode here. So I'm already over time. And then we'll finish off the final bits next episode. Alright, so that goes in there. Alright. Excellent. Even though, you know, it really isn't going to be that complicated here. Yeah, I need one of these there to make the Mark 5s. I guess we'll just finish this off. Okay, so gear wheels. Bearings. Plates. All right, and circuits. Guess we'll start there. All right, and there we are. Radar Mark 5s. So now I just need to route the belts into those, and it'll be ready to go. All right, we'll go ahead and end this episode here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.